Hey, everybody, we are live. My name is Chad Hymas, and thank you so much for joining us for just a couple of minutes. We wanted to do something special tonight. Welcome on behalf of Onward Productions and Shane and Mandy Johnson. We're grateful to have you here. Next week, we are going to have a very, very special event, and we wanted to bring it to you in advance just for a couple minutes. Right beside me, you can see Dr. Doug Brinley. Hello, Dr. Brinley. How are you doing?
Yeah,
Doug, you asked me to call you Doug, but this is Dr. Brinley. Hello, Dr. Brinley.
Yeah, thank you. Good to see you.
No, the pleasure is ours. So for those of you that don't know who Dr. Doug is, he is all over Deseret book. He is got tons of wisdom on relationships, marriage. I could go on and on about what I researched about him. Maybe Dr. Brinley, you can give us just kind of a sneak preview of what we're going to be hearing next week.
Well, I started a class at BYU in the religion department on marriage. And now it's one of the 4 cornerstone courses that you have to take. But prior to my coming to BYU, you had to go to family science in order to get any kind of a class on marriage. And so this was a real breakthrough to be able to get a class in the religion department. So really, my whole emphasis has been a doctrinal approach to marriage and family, because there's doctrines that pertain to marriage that you don't get outside of the gospel. So that's really what I'd like to share next week, is how those doctrines really should give us the power to build a great marriage.
So I love this concept. I'm reading some notes that are coming here online. I just have a quick question for you from one. That's why I'm looking down. Is this for couples only, or how can youth benefit from listening to your message next week? So let's say we have a middle school student or a high school student or a college student, any gender. How would they benefit from hearing from you next week?
Well, I think that these principles apply to anybody, and of course, if you're a youth, you're anticipating marriage at some time in the future, and so these doctrines need to be understood now, so that you make the right decisions when you start dating and start trying to find a compatible companion. So, no, I think the principles apply to singles, to young people, especially to married people, especially the married people that married in the temple. But gosh, these are principles that are universally available to the saints, and I think they'll see some great power in these doctrines next week.
I've got my phone up here. I've got to capture this. This is just legendary for me, and I'm going to show this throughout the week, Dr. Brinley, about what you just said, so that we can try and get this message out in advance, 7 days in advance, to as many people as possible. Where are you coming to us from, Doug? Where are you at? Where are you located?
I'm in Provo. I'm not far from the MTC, and of course, I taught on campus for 19 years. So, I'm right here in Provo. After I retired, my wife and I served 4 missions. So now we're old enough now to stay home, probably.
So as we wrap up tonight, I just want to, can you tell us where you served? Where were your 4 missions? Where were you called to?
Yeah, well, I was mission president in Dallas. That's way back, 87 to 90. I retired in 2009 from BYU, and then I went and taught at BYU Hawaii, the same material, except they didn't pay us, so it saved them a few bucks to do that.
That's got to be a tough calling to go to BYU Hawaii. That's got to be a tough job.
And then we came home and went to Fresno for our proselyting mission. Then we came home from that. We went to Nauvoo for a mission, and I served in the mission presidency there. And then we went back to BYU Hawaii and taught winter semester last year, because they needed a couple to, I don't know whether somebody got sick or whatever, but anyway, we jumped into it. So we taught for a semester there. So we
cannot wait. We cannot wait to, and I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't want to do that at all. I just want, we cannot wait to hear from you next week and to be edified by your message. For those of you that are watching now, share this with your friends. We'll be coming to you live a week from tonight at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 9:30 Eastern, on this very channel that you're watching, on Onward Productions. So please join us next week. Again, share this with your friends. We have the privilege to hear from a true legend, Dr. Doug Brinley. On behalf of Doug and myself, we wish you all a great Sabbath and a wonderful Labor Day weekend, and we will see you all in 1 week from tonight.